Hey folks, this is BestInSlot, and welcome back to Pleistocene Park, or Jurassic World Evolution, extinct but non-dinosaurial, it's an official term, park build thing. Quick thing I want to do, as people mentioned, many people brought this up, but the monorail in the middle looks stupid. We're just going to replace it with some pylons. There we go. Much better. Right, so you'll notice already that I'm no longer in snowy mode. I'm still reconsidering this, but whilst the mammoth and maybe even the leptodon, I don't know, kind of suit that snowy environment, a lot of the creatures we're going to play with in this series, they kind of don't, to be honest. They definitely don't suit, or they wouldn't necessarily be in that kind of environment. The Mosasaurus, for example, I just think looks a lot better when it's not covered in snow, but instead it's a sandy beach and a tropical, watery looking area. So I'm going to leave that up to you guys. You can, let me know in the comment section down below, but especially today, because today's Sarcosuchus Day, very exciting, I feel like this makes more sense. But, let me know what you guys think. Right, so before we do anything else then, let's get our Sarcos on the way. I'm going to try to build something pretty cool today. How many Sarcos do I want? 3, I've decided. Oh, we should speed up then. I think 3, it's a pretty big creature. I think 3 is a pretty solid number for a big boy. So this replaces the Ankylosaurus. As per usual, I have a Google Doc linked down below in the description that contains all the different mods I'm using in this series if you want to download any of them and make your own. It's not really a Pleistocene park, but that was the inspiration, so that's what we're going to call it. Also, new mod installed. I can't remember who made it, but it will be in the file. As you can see, if we look here at our monorails, the bars, the struts go all the way down to the bottom. Someone came up with a monorail mod that lets your monorails extend all the way down to the ground. So no more floating monorails. Doesn't that look really cool there? I'm a big fan of this. To the point where I actually think it looks better now when it goes like that, straight across, rather than dipping down. So let's do that super quickly actually. See if we can do that. I don't like that. What's going on here? Getting funky. Right, let's go from this side. Not sure on that little bit there, but still I think it is cooler. I don't like that at all, but it's neither here nor there. It'll do for now. Right, so we're going to do the Sarcosuchus today. Very exciting stuff. What I had in mind was a kind of... It's still going to be raised, it's going to be part of this. And like I said, I want to maintain this feeling of the cliffs and all that kind of stuff. But I kind of thought we'll lower it down a little bit. Just, I want to play with height quite a lot in this series. So I'm thinking more like, we bring this edge down. And we have it just a little bit lower down than the rest. And they're in like a little swamp area, of course. It's been sort of contained. And that's where they would thrive, essentially. Build this cliff back up. Lovely stuff. I love these terrain tools. I really love these terrain tools. Maybe even bring like a lip around the side. It's like there's been a collection of water over time and it's kind of stuck. And that's given us this little swampy area where the Sarcos roam, I like that idea. So it's got like a natural lip in the rock. I'd love it if just one day, waterfalls. It'll change my life. I'd love like a few waterfalls just dropping off the edge here. I think that would be really good. But yeah, something like that. We'll neaten up the edges and stuff as well, of course. We want it to feel quite a lot like a valley, like a little chasm. So I'm going to bring that in. And we're going to use the best tool in the game for doing this, and that is the water. Teeny tiny, and we're just going to make like a jagged edge. Gotta make sure there's enough room as well. Maybe like this will be a little bit of a sticky out bit, and that's where the viewing platform will sit. Get a bit more water in there. Get a little bit less water in there. Right to the edge. How close can we go? Oh, nice. Nice. We want some land, but not too much land. It's a shame they replaced Ankylosaurus. This is wrong. People keep complaining about this. About, people did it with the Mosasaurus, complaining that it replaced the Plodocus, so it eats from a dumb feeder, essentially. there is always a good reason for it. Just because we're tied to animation rigs and skeletons and stuff like that, it means it's really difficult to use any dinosaur you want. There has to be some... Oh, let's do like a passage. Oh, I like this idea. There has to be some correlation between the dinosaurs. You can't just use any dinosaur you want willy-nilly. And like, oh, yeah, okay, you could use a carnivore for the Mosasaurus if you wanted, but then you'd lose a lot of what made that Mosasaurus mod so cool. So it's a trade-off. Yeah, I'm thinking like a tunnel, and then it spreads out again in a whole another area. Again, right to the edge. We might need more than 3 Sarcosuchus. This is a fairly humongous habitat. I've never really done a wall like that before. Well, I've never been able to do this before, so I suppose that's why. This is their sleeping hole. I do need to be careful here, because I need to make sure I can put in viewing areas and stuff like that, but that's pretty good. Look at that. Look at the fact that we can do that. It's nutty. Absolutely nutty. Alright, we need some rock. Oh, so I've been thinking, and other people have suggested this, I will admit, but I'm going to claim credit for their ideas. So I've been thinking, just me. Obviously we have a Mosasaurus already. We did it before the new Mosa mod came out, and it's the Acrocanthosaurus one over here, which is still a great mod, it really is. But the new Diplodocus one is better. You know, it is the best Mosasaurus mod we have. I don't like these trees, sorry. Don't want to get rid of all of them, but it's too many trees. So I'd really like to use the new one. So, to that end... My arm is itchy. I think what we're going to do is we're going to bring in the other Mosasaurus as well, but we're going to claim it's like a Tylosaurus or something like that. We'll pick what we can find that is the closest possible. Nice! I love that. Ah! My love ended. Now, it can actually be fixed again, like so. But you have to do it once, you know? Right to the edge on that, thank you. Okay, let's go through the same thing on the other side. Maybe we'll use a tower instead. Actually, I think the tower's going to sit at the back. I want this to be like a little viewing zone with the galleries. It's cool that it'll go on. That's really nice. It's just... Ah! Now, the reason we need to put lots of them in as well is because we want them to travel. We want the sarcos on both sides, essentially. And at the moment, you know, wherever the feeder is, they're probably going to stick to that side. So we need to make sure there's land on both sides. So we can put a feeder on both sides. Okay, looking good. Herbivore feeder there. Herbivore feeder there. Very, very happy. Okay, I completely forgot to go get the, God, I really like this. The, invisible fence mod. However, I think this is the habitat where we need it more than any of the others. So I'm going to go grab that in a second. Let's just put some trees in the area. I was going to say, oh, we'll get the new Sarcos going first, but it's not like they're going to magically hatch whilst I'm AFK. Some trees, get it nice and bushy, you know? That's how the kids like it in the 50s. And we'll put some trees down there as well, but we'll use custom ones for that. Yeah, okay, that's kind of what I wanted. I like the idea of, I think we need to do another 50 or 60 or 80 billion species park with these mod tools, because we can do whatever we want now, you know? There's just no limitations. It's awesome. I want a tower. There we go. Oh, I don't know about that positioning, though. I'll have a little think about that. I'm going to go grab the tool, the fence mod. I'll return shortly. Okay, so let me just make sure none of my other fences have been destroyed in the process, but I think we're okay. So what it should have done, we should still have all our fancy fences from the fence mod. Although, no, of course we don't. What me on about? This is why I didn't want to use it. We've lost all my cool fences, like the little baby fence that I love so much. But I guess, I think this is probably, for this park, better. So there we go. The heavy steel fence instead becomes invisible. What we're actually going to do is use the concrete one first, and then we're going to swap it over because it's, you know, it's an invisible fence. It's hard to build with, oddly enough. So we're just going to cover the outside wherever I think the sarcos should be allowed to roam. Where the sarcos roam. And then we'll replace this with the invisible fence, and all will be hunky-dory with the world, essentially. Life will be good again for the first time ever. Right, okay, let's... Oh, God. Ugh, I'm uppy-downy, uppy-downy. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. I suppose we can do it straight, it wouldn't really matter. Make sure this is nice and lots of room in there, just so they can definitely squeeze through and explore both sides of the habitat. I say, I do like Jurassic World Evolution's fence system. It's one of the things the game does nail quite well. It's pretty great. Getting there, getting there. Just have to go back and replace. I regret the replace. I could have absolutely done this without replacing. Oh, you have to do it all again. Replacing is a lot quicker though. It's okay, it's chill. We chill, we chill. Doesn't really matter if they can't get to the very edge, or there's like a little bit now and again that they should reasonably be able to get to. You're never ever going to notice that. Or at the very least, that's my excuse. Okay, now that that's set up as a habitat at the very least, we're just going to get our sarcos on the way, because I want to get the other three as well. Let's go for some colours. It may not make sense, but why not? So we've got rainforest, wetland, and basic so far. Here again is the Sarcosuchus. Which I believe was made by Petito777, but I can't quite remember. Look at him. What a beast. You can see how the shape of the body and the animation rig would suit an Ankylosaurus. Like, yeah, it'd be great if we could replace a Velociraptor and have a carnivorous Sarcosuchus, but that isn't as easy as it sounds. There are reasons things are done this way. It looked really good. I don't know if it even changes colour. Actually, now that I think about it.
Adding to the list.
Adding to the list. Manly man voice. Right, okay. Enough being the manliest man in the world, which I am, obviously. Let's get replacing this fence. Yeah, this is nice and quick at least. I mean, it makes sense as well. It's a shame we don't have the fences from Planet Zoo. You know, the ones where you can hide. It's a null fence. You can hide the fence, but the animal can walk through it. But it counts as an enclosure kind of thing. I don't know. Naturally, the animals would not be able to get out of an area like this. You know, it doesn't really make sense for them to climb up this wall. Doesn't make sense for them to wander off this edge. But they could do that if I did put the fence in. Not that this is a big deal what I'm doing here. It didn't take very long. But we did have to mod it in, so, you know. Nearly done. Nice. And that is a completed, safe exhibit. Very cool. Are these different colours at all? We'll find out in a minute. Right, so we need 3 more. Just because it is quite it's a chunk of an exhibit. Let's go for Vivid, which I don't think I used. Let's go for... I can't use the 2001s. Oh, look how much better that Ankylosaurus looks, though. Ugh, it's so good. What did I use? Oh, I don't know anymore. Vivid, Basic. Rainforest, Wetland. Okay. Vivid, Basic, Rainforest, Wetland. So we need 2 more. We can go for Jungle. And we can... This might be totally pointless. And we can go for Vivid, Basic, Wetland, Jungle. We can go for Woodland. Let's get these bad boys shuffled over. Bad boys, bad girls. What you gonna do?
Asset to be collected.
As per usual, do check the QT down below in the description if you want to name our Sarcosuchus. Sarcosuchuses? Probably just Sarcosuchus. Sarcosuchuses even. Sarcosuchopods. I will show you the Mosasaurus names as well, very briefly. Thank you for the name suggestions for those. We have Nemo, of course. There's Nemo. Do Nemo things. We have Greg. Someone was very excited about Greg. I believe the actual name wasn't Greg, it was Greg. Greg. Greg! and Bubbles, which is adorable.
Asset transit.
But we'll have many more names for the Sarcos because we are going to have, 6 of them, so. God, I don't know what I'm going to... This is like, I've got this expanded island, I can build anywhere I want, but I've got so much room anyway, I don't feel like I need it, we can do like a big exhibit here. Maybe the Dimetrodon, because then it's got that swampy kind of look next to the Sarco, that might be pretty cool. I'm not sure about this path, I might end up getting rid of that. I liked the idea initially, but I think it's always going to look stupid, so let's get rid of that. I need to work on my path work. It's not really my speciality in this game. Yeah. Build that into a little bit more of a cliff now that we're changing up what we're doing. It's so quick. It is an Ankylosaurus, I suppose that makes sense. Little cliff there. I think it's nice to just get some little details in there. A little bit of little detail work, Because why not, I suppose.
Asset transported.
I want this relatively flat. Every time I build up one side of it, the other side isn't the same. Here we go, here we go. Lovely. Right, a little bit of rock along there.
Asset delivery.
And sort of dash it in the area just so it doesn't look so standy out rocky. And change all that to rock as well. A little smattering of grass on there maybe. And definitely up there. A little bit of dirt. Get a little oh god, that's too dirty. Not often I'll say that, but that's too dirty. Right. Let's check on our next Sarcos. Does it look like a different colour? This one is vivid. If any of them are gonna... Oh yeah, it does. Oh, hello. Don't know why it's green. Although I remember the vivid Ankylosaurus being a bit strange. Which is the one that we got from the... You'll remember, there was an Ankylosaurus skin colour that we got as part of a Humble bundle. I think it was the Yogscast Humble bundle. And I cannot for the life of me remember, I think it might have been Jungle, not Vivid. It was such a weird thing, it was an awful skin. And we randomly got as part of a Humble bundle. And every other skin's been available in every other way, other than the vehicle skins. Which, why haven't they released those yet, by the way? That's stupid as well. Anyways. But then the Humble Bundle skin, I don't think ever came out on general release. You had to get it that month in the Humble Bundle, or you never got the Ankylosaurus jungle skin, which is strange, shall we say. IMO. Alright, let's do some work over here. I want to get... I don't really can't be bothered. It's like, oh, yeah, whatever. Right. We'll just make this one curvy. It's a swampland, or it will be soon anyway. It makes sense for it to have a bit of... roughness to it, essentially. Don't really care that they're not online yet. Right, let's go for some trees. I really like these ones for this kind of environment. Don't want to go too heavy on them, but also kind of do. It'd be nice if we had some variation in these as well, Cover the feeder a little bit. No, they look pretty cool. I'll give them that much. They do look pretty cool. Okay, what other trees? If I was a tree... no. I've gone for... I think this is too nice. What are these? I need a tree that sits in the water. You need your plant life to have a theme to it, essentially, and... The theme is wetness, essentially. I think this is my wet tree. It's got that nice tall... trunk, because that's what it uses to rise above the rising water levels and continue to be a nice healthy tree or something. Just pretend what I'm saying makes sense, okay? That would be great, thank you. We'll bring in some normal trees as well. Not normal trees, I'm not here to insult any tree. Oh, maybe we just use redwoods. Yeah! What am I using these for? These are like bad redwoods, essentially. Not here for that. Get out of here, Sonny Jim. The redwoods are a little darker as well. Oh, I deleted a fence. This is the problem. The redwoods are a little darker though, so it makes it blend in with the swampy trees we've got already. Little gaggles of forest knocking around. We'll do some more work on the water as well. Demon. Come on, there we go. Right, so I'm thinking I want to do like another swamp habitat. Maybe we just do this as a swamp zone and it'll be here and here instead, and we'll do a Dimetrodon habitat here. And like this is the water zone, and we might do like a path through the mountain and you'd walk onto the Tylosaurus or whatever we decide to call it. I'd also like to do a gyrosphere and a monorail that both go underwater. I think that'd be really cool. So, in fact, maybe this instead extends onto another monorail over here, over the mountain. And then it carries on, it goes under the water before linking in up there. I might shift that around, but the monorail would go under, the gyrosphere would go under through the Tylosaurus habitat. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty sexy. So, Dimetrodon here, Tylosaurus there, Mosasaurus really, but we'll call it Tylosaurus. Something over here. This area has to be filled. I can cover that in trees, that's fine, but I think this area definitely needs something. Maybe an exhibit kind of split in half by the monorail would be good. And then something over here, and we might be done. I don't know how many creatures I've got left. I think 2 or 3. There's not that many, so we need to start using up a little bit more space. And we didn't use... I mean, we've got all this room is possible. All of this over here could be utilised. Just don't need that much room. Right, let's check on our boys and girls. How are they doing? I wish I could turn off animal feeding. Completely. Just turn off, make sure, like, just make it so they don't need food, essentially. Yeah, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. There we go. That's pretty cool, though, yeah. Monorail in the distance moving across, I always like that. I'm wondering if there's any... Oh, I wanted to do something, actually. Oh, I'm a big dummy. I've never tried this before, but give me a minute. So what we're going to do is we're going to flatten here. Not that high, though, I think. So this was an idea inspired, again, by something that Evo Squared did. Now, I haven't actually watched the video on it, if I'm totally honest, but let's see if it works. So I think the idea is that we can layer rocks on top. I'm not sure how this is going to work, actually. And, I don't see any world this works. But I think part of the problem is just the environment. And then what we can do is actually flatten that back down. No, that doesn't work at all. Do you have to flatten? Did I miss something? I must have missed something. I've done this wrong. Essentially, I've done this wrong. We could build like a cave-looking thing. I don't know how she did it. I'm gonna have to look into that. You definitely go check out her videos on these tools anyway. Well, that was gonna be my plan, but instead we'll just do like a, well, this essentially. That looks cool anyway. It's cool beans. Hello. Can I help you? Get out of here. It's cool that the two... Oh God, it's eating the grass. I do like that a lot, though. When it stops eating the grass, it looks really cool. And the lack of fences helps. We'll bring in the same on the other habitats as well. Because they don't need fences. There's massive cliffs, you know. Why do we need a fence? I kind of want to bring in more trees. Not necessarily too many. Also kind of too many. Anyway, I could faff around for hours. I'm sure I will. We are going to end it there. So next video, I think we're going to do the Dimetrodon over here in our swamp zone. Let me know in the comment section down below what you want to see next. Any inspiration or ideas for the Dimetrodon? I was thinking of building like a multi-tier habitat. Kind of like if you imagine it like this, but staggered lots more with like pools going up and up and up. And then you'd have like a walkway on the right hand side. And what we could do is cover the front of each of those walkways with invisible fences, so they'd have to walk up on the sort of the ramp on the right to get to the various tiers. That's an idea I've got, but who knows where we will end up. Let me know what you think. Remember to go into the QT down below and drop some Sarcosuchus names, very exciting. And I will see you lovely folks next time. Thank you very much for joining me. Cheers much as always. Bye bye.